Good day, everyone. I am Suzanne Alcazar, and I will be presenting the findings and recommendations of realizing shared governance, decentralization of Philippine basic education. Let us begin with the findings of the study. The first finding is that DepEd remains highly centralized and resistant to reform. Most important decisions are still made at the central office, which limits the ability of regional offices, divisions, and schools to make decisions based on local needs. This centralized structure often slows down innovation and responsiveness. The second finding is that DepEd is overstretched with expanding responsibilities. As more programs and tasks are assigned to the central office, its capacity to provide efficient and responsive education services becomes limited. This creates delays and challenges in addressing issues at the local level. Third, although shared governance exists in policy, it is not fully implemented in practice. Local offices and schools are expected to participate in decision making, but they often lack the authority, resources, and flexibility needed to perform their roles effectively. The fourth finding is that DepEd centralization weakens the intent of school-based management or SBM. While SBM aims to empower schools, many schools still have limited control over resources and decision-making processes, making it difficult for them to address their unique challenges. The fifth finding is that LGU support in education is limited by legal restrictions. Although local government units contribute resources and support, regulations governing funds, such as the Special Education Fund, restrict their ability to fully respond to local educational needs. Finally, the study found that further decentralization is necessary. A highly centralized system alone cannot effectively address the diverse needs of learners and community across the country. Greater autonomy at the local level can improve efficiency, innovation, and responsiveness. Now, let us move to the recommendations. First, DepEd should take the lead in decentralization efforts. Strong leadership is needed to guide reforms and ensure that all stakeholders work toward a common vision. Second, a clear and developed decentralization framework and implementation plan. This framework should define responsibilities, resources, and coordination mechanisms among different governance levels. Third, they concentrate selected programs and projects to regional and division offices. This will reduce delays and improve local decision making. Fourth, strengthen school-based management by providing schools with greater autonomy, flexibility, and support. Fifth, build capacity towards a redefined rules to equip education leaders and personnel with the skills needed to perform their redefined rules effectively. Sixth, increase school-level resources so that schools can better address local challenges and improve learning outcomes. 7. Establish a strong monitoring and evaluation system to assess the progress and effectiveness of decentralization reforms. 8. Strengthen change management and communications to help stakeholders understand the purpose and benefits of decentralization and reduce resistance to change. 9. Strengthen feedback and participatory mechanisms to encourage collaboration, transparency, and stakeholder involvement in decision making. Finally, empower local government units to play a greater role in education planning and implementation through stronger partnerships with DepEd. These are the references of our topic. Thank you, and that concludes my presentation.